Hello, Silverbolt here, back from the Transformers review, and today I'm doing this guy, Hot Rod. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I got an urge to buy a Hot Rod. I don't know why, I just wanted a Hot Rod toy, so I did. Though I will admit, with this guy I did cheat a bit. It's not actually a G1 Hot Rod, it's Targetmaster Hot Rod reissue, the Takara reissues, who come in these very fancy boxes, and actually quite nice boxes. There's about 20 in the range, and they vary across all sorts. But anyway, on to Hot Rod himself. I've got him in car mode at the moment for one simple reason, because Hot Rod's car mode is, as my girlfriend quite accurately calls it, the ultimate in penis extensions. Because he is. I mean, any Transformers fan, I think pretty much every Transformers fan, well, every Transformers G1 fan anyway, who had enough money would want a Hot Rod car. I know if I won the lottery and I was a multi-millionaire, my car would be a Hot Rod car. I would have someone like Lamborghini or Porsche, build me a Hot Rod car. Maybe not with this huge spoiler on the back of it, because that's just a lethal weapon. If you drive by reverse jousting, you know, you turn a corner and cut off some little old lady's head. But he is a very nice car. He is a very nice car. The ultimate in penis extensions, I will agree, but still a very nice car. Now, Hot Rod first shows up in the movie, Transformers the movie. And he's one of the Wreckers, because the Wreckers, of course, were introduced in the movie, and they were consistent throughout Series 3. And he's one of the Wreckers in that he comes in the same time as the likes of Ultra Magnus, Cup, RC, Springer and Blur. And I suppose you could say Wreck-Gar, but he just seems to be like a kind of character that has showed up. And Hot Rod he's a teenager, you know, and he's very impulsive, and he's very hot-headed, and he I suppose you could say has delusions of grandeur, you know. He wants to be the big hero. But he's too irrational, and he's too irresponsible. Until, of course, the end of the movie, when he takes over, he finds out that he's actually the one that's destined to take on the leadership of the Autobots when he gets the Matrix and takes it off Galvatron before throwing Galvatron out of Unicron. And he becomes Rodimus. And Rodimus is, of course, the one that leads the Autobots throughout the whole of Series 3. And Rodimus himself is actually quite different from Prime. In the cartoon, Prime is very much this all-out, all-American hero. You know, he's very good, he's very noble, you know, he's very understanding of everybody, unlike the Bush administration. But yeah, anyway, he's very understanding of everybody, and even has the whole self-martyred, self-sacrifice kind of thing in the beginning of the movie. Hot Rod, on the other hand, is a very good Autobot leader, and he's a very capable Autobot leader, but he's plagued by self-doubt, in particular the one where he doesn't think he can ever live up to Prime. For some reason it came about in the cartoons that Rodimus Prime is Optimus's younger brother. I don't know where this came about. I think it probably originated in the cartoons, but I don't know. As I said, I don't know where it came about, because it's never mentioned in the cartoons, so it was mentioned in the comics, sorry, not the cartoons. But Rodimus is a very good leader. He commands a lot of respect, you know, even from those who lived through the Prime era, and there's not many of them by that stage. About the only one that's really left from the Prime era is Preceptor. He's really the only one, and Bumblebee, who you see again. You know, there's not that many. Of course, 90% of them are killed in the Battle for Autobot City, at the end of the Great War. You know that Wheeljack dies. You know that Grapple bites the dust in the new version of the movie. You know, I think it's Grapple that you actually see get killed as well. But Hound, Sideswipe, Ratchet, Brawn, you know all them get killed. So in the Series 3, it's pretty much Rodimus and the Wreckers, with help from the Aerial Bots and the Protector Bots and all them. Onto the toy itself. Now, it is the reissue, and I think it's very nice. That's him in robot mode, and I think he's very nice. As I said, I wanted a Rodimus. I wanted a Hot Rod, but I don't want a Rodimus, and I'll show you why now. Just bear with me. I've got a picture of Rodimus Prime here. It's taken from TFU, by the way. See, that's Rodimus Prime. And I think that's just ugly. He almost looks like he hasn't eaten anything in several months. You know, he's scrawny and he doesn't have the power that a prime leader is supposed to have. And I think it's just ugly. So when I was buying the toy, when I was looking for a hot rod, I decided straight away I didn't want a Rodimus. I've never like I think I had a Rodimus as a kid. I can't remember. Or one of my friends had a Rodimus as a kid, and I didn't like him then. As I said, this is the Targetmaster hot rod. So very similar to his G1 counterpart. A bit bigger, a little bit bigger. Not that much. I think the original hot rod's about up to there on him. So there's not much difference. But even the reissue, even the Takara reissue, even comes complete with the metal feet. So there we go. Comes complete with his Targetmaster companion, the Nebulon. I think he's a scientist. Firebolt. That's in there. Now I don't like the Targetmaster guns. I think, unlike the Headmasters, which suit their robot modes quite well, with the possible exception of Weird Wolf, the Weird Wolf one, the head does look a little too big. The guns look out of place. I mean, a nice one I think is Spoil Sport, who I've also got, who I also mentioned, and he's got a much longer barrel to his weapons, so it does look slightly better. But even still, comparing it to Firebolt, just come out of the. I'll come out of his hand. You usually do. All right, you've got the two, and Firebolt looks like someone's chopped the end of his gun in half. So I don't like the toys as much for that simple reason. They stand up together quite nicely in figure mode. I mean, there's Spoil Sport, mainly because I've just dropped Firebolt. There's Spoil Sport, and they stand up quite nicely in figure mode. They don't do anything, but they're still quite nice. So I actually prefer my hot rod with the two weapons that come with him. They're not the weapons you see Hot Rod have in the movie, because of course the ones that Hot Rod doesn't use a gun in the movie. He fires the energy weapons from his exhaust. But he does have a very proper Prime style big gun. Ooh, look at that shiny chrome. It is plastic, it's not metal. Very much the Rodimus style guns for here. And of course Rodimus eventually does become Hot Rod again after Prime comes back. Overall, even if it is a reissue, it is very nice. I do like this one. It is a hot rod, so it is a cool. I mean, there's no G1 collection complete without a hot rod. Even though I did cheat. I mean, it's a Takara reissue, so it's not made by Hasbro, who, let's face it, can come out with some right god-awful fucking crap. So it is very, very nice. And it transforms nicely. Plastic's a little bit weird on the face. But he does, hang on, I'll show you now. If anyone, who can guess what I'm doing? Who can guess what I'm doing? There you go, you probably can't see it in the camera. Oh, you can slightly. He has the Autobot rub sign. The classic 80s rub sign. That no modern age Transformer has anymore. But that's Hot Rod. Hang on, I'm just getting this warmed up a little bit more. There's Hot Rod. There it is in green now. You probably can't tell the difference. There we go. But that's Hot Rod. Reissue, I'll admit, but still very, very nice toy. I will be back again, and I won't tell you which ones I'm going to be doing, because I've got a couple of videos lined up for some new toys, including what I like to call sex on Transformers, and I will explain that very strange sentence in due course. But for now, this is Silverbolt. I'm signing out, saying sayonara, adios, auf Wiedersehen.